Okay, hi, good evening. So, yesterday was interesting. I'll show you yesterday's graph. Yesterday, Trump released a 90-day relaxation for the 75 countries on which he imposed tariffs, and that shot the stock market up. All the stocks rose like crazy. NVDA went from 100 to 110. That is big move for NVDA. Tesla went 231 to 254 or 252 within like a few minutes, and it's something we expected. Like, the entire reason we were confused yesterday is because we were seeing buying pressure continuously and not enough selling pressure. I think it's just retail traders trying to get out of their positions at 234, try to ignore 235, but there was no real movement to 235. Yes, you can say that the sellers were dominant here because the price folded from 234, but I can even argue with the fact that the retail sellers were trying to short the positions at 233 at 234, expecting sellers to be here, and no one was actually paying attention to this price whatsoever. This price was empty, and the institutional buyers were trying to get in at good price, because you only see volume spikes when when Tesla crosses below 228. That's where they start becoming active. So, anything we learned something interesting yesterday. We we learned that any institutional trader who's entering with a large size needs liquidity to enter the stock market without pushing the price too high. And the one providing them with the liquidity is the retail trader. So if we like go back and see yesterday's Tesla stock, it's 401. A CPI news is out. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. Jobless claims is out. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. I'm waiting for another news quack report to come out, and then I'll talk about it. Anyway, so I was saying, if you look, the obvious places where you expect a double top are the places where retailers are getting in. The other places where you see a slow absorption going on, it's the institutional traders. There was something I was discussing with DeepSeek yesterday. I'll bring that window up real quick. 1 minute. DeepSeek. Yeah. So anyway, so this is a super important conversation for me. I'm gonna try zooming out a bit so we can see a little bit clearer. So here it's saying something very important. Okay. No, not this, not this, not this. Not this. There are, yeah, there are four ways an institutional trader enters the market. The first one is slow absorption. Something we can see here, slow absorption. You see this? You see this? You see these levels just holding up, but and then retailers expect some kind of price movement, so it goes up and then comes back down again. Happens again. They buy, retailers expect some kind of movement. The same thing even I was doing yesterday, expecting the price to go up. I buy, the price rises, and then I'm like, what? So this makes complete sense that the first way they enter the market is slow absorption, passive accumulation and distribution. It means the institutional. This is very important because this means that the institutional traders expect the price to fall a little bit more. So they are not too concerned about the value they are getting. They might be getting a little bad value compared to future, but compared to the size that they have to enter, it is good value for them. The first one is slow absorption. Second one is liquidity traps. It's basically hunt for stop losses. If for any reason somebody is watching this video and doesn't understand, I'll explain that in the future because I spent I think 2 hours yesterday trying to figure out actually a stop hunt works. I had doubt that if I'm trying to go long and I'm trying to, like, I put my stop here in this area, I'm selling the stock, so it should add into the, selling pressure. Why is it reversing the price and forcing the price to go higher? Why is this happening? If they're trying to stop people out here, for example, and then that is what it's kind of they need a lot of orders to be filled so that they can enter this position, and then that stock rises because virtually there are no sellers. All of these sellers are artificial, expecting some kind of movement at the point of control. Anyway, going back, the third one is sweeping the book, in which they aggressively buy, regardless of how the retail traders are behaving, because they need to get in the stock no matter what. That is, I think, key level. Like candles upon candles upon candles, you see something like this, you know for sure they just want to get it. So even this is important. This is the third way. The fourth way is dark pool execution. And how do you cannot see it. You can only see it after it has been executed. So only print to tape after execution. Right? How do you is I'm not sure because I've not confirmed it. I do not currently trade with an order book. I cannot afford it. Anyway, so the first one is saying is that all trades, example 137 shares, suddenly appear on the price moves without visible range. So you will not see this order in the book. The price will be increased. So you can expect that they're getting desperate, but they don't want it to show. In this case, when the news came out, I think sorry, when the news came out, everybody was expecting the price to rise. So there's no point in hiding now. But if suppose the news did not come out and the price rose, it means something is going to happen in the near future that dictates this kind of movement. Something unexplained, especially if you see, might hint towards a future movement. So this is super important. I need myself to remember this. There are four ways how an institutional trader, and the retail is just providing liquidity. Uh, Retail is the one, for example, the institution doesn't want to buy. Decided I don't want to buy anymore. The retail bought here or somebody else bought here. Liquidity providing is the one shorting the stock here, bringing the price back down to 246. Because no matter how many orders are there, how many buy and sell orders are there at 246, suppose I put 10,000 shares here, you put 10,000 shares you want to sell here. Until the price comes down to this level of 246, those orders will not be executed. So this is why the price movement is institutional traders, which the retail traders provide. They need to make sure the price moves. Otherwise, the price is going to be stuck at 253. The orders here are not going to be filled. They're going to keep waiting for the price to fall. Nobody's going to be shorting the stock. Nobody's going to care. And then after very long time, after very slow, I think half an hour or 1 hour, the price will come back to 246, and then they can trade again. So even then, they might not be too many stocks. So what retail traders do is they provide liquidity. So you enter a position who you are trading with. Are you trading with the institutional traders or are you trading with the retail traders? Both moves are right, but you don't hold the retail trading move for too long. The institutional for longer resistance or the next support or price level. But that is in quick, get out quick. You don't hold and sit and wait. So anyway, that is what I researched yesterday. I thought I'll share. Only one watching. Future references. Anyway, let's send this back to where it came from. Anyway, am I recording? Is the mic okay? Yeah, looks okay. Anyway, going back 10 minutes in the video. Now, I'll. The, I'm going to leave the news is. In China news, there is no other interesting news that Trump has put 25% tariff on China. 75 countries for 90 days from tariffs. So that is the only interesting news. Now, pre-market movers are the Magnificent Seven again. They have been in the news too much because the market itself is volatile. And NVDA and Tesla, so we're gonna choose. Of course, we're gonna go with either one. As long as they're in the news, we are trading that. NVDA, the news is curbs on COSH2O chip, crucial for AI development in China. So this was the and it cares about NVIDIA, it cares about AI. So not it, he cares about AI. This is showing good positive bias. But again, if institutional sellers want to sell the stock, they need good news. So today can be one of those days where they sell as well. Because the news and the economy news is good doesn't mean the stock will rise. It means, it means that we have given them a good reason to sell. That's how big shares work. I mean, if you have, 1 minute, I need to text someone. Inshallah, okay, okay. Now, yeah. So they need a catalyst to sell the stock. They need food, they need to get rid of all the profit they have made. If they sell too aggressively, then they might be dropping the price of the stock, and that is counterintuitive. And Tesla's news is that expanding into Saudi Arabia. So both are excellent news. Are we seeing any initiative just planning on expanding into Saudi Arabia? Is that so? Does that solidify enough confirmation for the stock to rise? Yes or no? Thing is that the news is good. The news is good. We're gonna treat it as a good enough reason for the institutional sellers to unload their stock in the market. Otherwise, that would not be happening today. So we can expect some kind of downward pressure, and maybe they won't be doing it today. They might be doing it tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or maybe on Monday. But Friday generally is quite volatile, and maybe Friday might be a good, you know, a good day. So we have not developed any specific bias, despite being all the news being good. We are gonna go with. We're gonna go with. We are first gonna try to figure out the hand that the institutional traders are playing, and then develop a bias accordingly. But should we go with a bearish bias or bullish bias? The stocks did well yesterday, but they have been falling in the pre-market. So, and maybe falling in the pre-market is good because that means there is some opportunity for the stocks to recover back to their highs. You know, make some move upwards because Tesla is trading at 275. How high is it going to go? Is it going to cross 300? Maybe not. But if it's trading at 265, it might go to 285. So maybe it is a good thing. Maybe we are bullish. Let's go with bullish. We are kind of bullish on the stocks. If we don't see institutional sellers be proactive, we're quickly gonna become bearish. We want to see them actively try to either absorb, actively try to absorb the stocks, or actively try to, you know, try. If either of this is not happening, then we are, I think, not interested. Yeah. Wait, I quickly need to revisit the 4 points I said. I said slow absorption, liquidity traps. Yeah, and I want to see traps. Yes, if I see traps, that gives me some kind of positive. The mic might have moved farther away from me. So ignore. Anyway, with all that BS out of the way, let's mark now. Let's mark the important levels on Tesla. Okay, Tesla or NVDA is the question. I think they both might be hit similarly. Let's go with NVDA. Expensive. 272 is actually, Tesla was cheaper at 200. I could have traded it. 270 is slightly expensive. Might not be able to trade as much. So NVIDIA, of course, the important fell low at 87. I think this is close your eyes and buy kind. We saw absorption at 94. Six is important. We saw good buying, there. So 105 is one of those important levels. Like this as pivot, 30-minute pivot gives more context. Let's do some volume profiling. I think the recent trading is okay. It's at 94. So you can like clearly see that they tried buying as many stocks as possible at 94. You can see that. Nice. You do not have enough. 109 has 108 has good this thing. Sorry, good volume. This area has good volume, so I think we can mark 108 as important, 109 as important. What is this line called again? It's called. Let's call it. No, it's called something. The place where the price is balanced. VA, I think. I don't know. Okay, we are back online because it's 4:29. Just want to quickly show that. Let me take it from back. Okay. Test, test. Should I bring it closer? Test. Okay, fine. Is that NVIDIA is trying off near support? I think this is where the institutional traders might step in at 109. I feel like the market is gonna open and then rise. Should I take that move? Should I put a tight stop loss? Let me try. Okay, the market opened. Oh shit. Let me. I was late. Let me try putting a stop loss because this low. I will. Why are all the executions so? Oh my goodness. 30 seconds is enough to kill me at the moment. Bro, I need to drop this. I cannot get fucked over like my. Yeah, I need to get better internet. Where am I? Is it trading this? Is it trading this? So not enough buying, drop, enter the 7 drop. Okay, NVIDIA has jumped into the support area. I think I should see institutional buyers step in. I am seeing long wicks at 108.72. I mean, of course, we're gonna wait for the close, but okay, see, the long wick might show that there is buying pressure, but yeah, this is what I was trying to say. But it doesn't mean that the price is gonna reverse right now. Might find the level from the sound. From the sound. नहीं बंद मत करो थोड़ा सा कम कर दो. Thank you. Anyway, so it found support at I think above 108. 108 is where attention is being paid. I think the retail traders might step in here and you know try to short the stock until it goes back to 108 is what I'm expecting. Yeah, I'm expecting some kind of selling here. This is gonna be a quick scalp. Not completely reasonable to expect that retail traders might try to get a short here. So and I guess a short as well. I think the day has opened well. All I need to do is I need to hold to these gains, not lose them. Stop pause, but if I had to buy, if there is pressure above 108, let's see how is the selling pressure at the view app at 110. Let's see. There is good volume. Let's see how good the volume is. Let's compare it to. Okay, it's nothing crazy. It's average volume compared to what is coming in the mid. It is low volume compared to what came here. Yeah, the stocks are range bound. The stocks are range bound for sure. Let's see how important is this price. It's the price of which yesterday Nvidia was struggling. Sorry. Okay, so Nvidia closed above the viewer. Yeah, I should be using the correct viewer. Good thing was. So the short came in. Do we expect passive selling today? Sorry, do we expect passive buying? Passive buying today? Today, yeah, I think so. Passive. Because the price went from 108.3 somewhere above 108 to 110 and it's starting to fall again, so that means there is no aggression. Which? NVDA. Trading NVDA today. Sometimes aggression even comes late. After 2-3 bounces, then aggression comes up. And maybe that aggression is because of retail buyers because they are now seeing that NVIDIA is holding. So, that's why. Hmm? Yeah. Throughout the day, huh? No. But if the institutional buyers are passive and the sellers, retail sellers, are aggressive, then even then the price can fall.
It won't. Slow and steady keep rising throughout the day.
No, but for the rise to happen, somebody needs to buy it.
Then there won't be any aggressive selling. It makes no use for aggressive selling.
Retail traders might aggressively sell and they'll passively buy. Like even when the price is falling, they'll buy little, buy little. That gives them more value.
Very much. Throughout the day, at the end of the day,
Okay, the current price is 109.12. Will it be higher than this, or will the close be higher than this or lower
they
than
can
this?
get 115 sellers, so they can get 150. What do you say now?
Bro, the market opened lower compared to yesterday's close, and it's still not rising. There is clear selling pressure.
But volatility is not there.
Yeah, true. That is true. Even the volume is not there. No, but it's possible for the volume to not come the entire day.
So if it's not coming the entire day, it still rise. What if at the end of the day, the price is going to be higher than what it is right now? Or the same, it's not going to fall. It's either going up
It
or
can,
it
like
stays
100% can, but it's also possible that the price
What am I saying?
slowly tapers off and picks up tomorrow.
Right.
It's possible that the accumulate because that is what happened with Tesla day before yesterday.
It's going to people
It hit double top and then it slowly tapered off the entire day. Kept buying, kept buying, kept buying.
I'm just saying, जो भी price now है, मतलब जो भी
अच्छा,
it's not falling below 108.
sir, 108, huh?
Like, even if it falls, it's the at the end of the day, it's going to be above 108.
I mean, the day's close is going to be 108 is what he said. So 108 is a good price, and that is where I'll try to enter. Otherwise, I'm not entering. Said the sage has spoken. Wow, I mean the market opens and there is sideways move. I might not be getting it. The quick scan was. I made like $14 on the quick scan. Huh? Hmm?
Let's see this.
See,
You can see the smoke.
no. I can't see that.
What's that?
Yeah.
No, I'm calling it. People are quite easy to read.
Yeah, I mean they are not that hard. They're not that hard. You just need to like understand what's going on.
Will they do that? Probably not. I can go and say to them, they're like, fuck you. But they're like, probably not. Until some heavy upset happens, the market is going to stay like this. I'm sorry, use the
Okay, so you're saying if we above 108 under the condition that the market, I mean there is no. I want to discuss about the CPI that came out today. The CPI I think was good because that rallied the price higher.
अगर volatility है तो throughout the day it'll just keep rising and go to 100, 130.
Nah, man, I really don't think so.
If 111 to 130,
That will happen if there is volatility. If there is no volatility, then
then क्या मैं बात करेंगे?
क्या नहीं बात करते हैं. So, yeah, you just made things interesting for me. Not about money anymore, but it's about honor. Okay, I think I should be getting ready to get in. Maybe.
And this is considering nothing bad, like nothing heavy upset happens. It's a normal trade.
Wait, I need to focus. Media is going very interesting. Entering this trade is slightly hard, but it is rewarding.
इसी ब्लॉक को किस नाम से
इसका क्या करना है?
फैन मेरे तरफ से फोन करते हैं
अरे नहीं ब्रो, बहुत आवाज़ वो हो जाता है मफल में। मैं रिकॉर्ड कर चुका हूँ फैन के साथ। I think the price falls a little bit more. I need to enter here somewhere if I want to go long. The price action is going to be choppy. The moves are going to be messed up. NVDA is going to be very choppy today. I think it's best to try to enter at a extremely good price, which I don't know what that might. I'm not denying what you said. I'm just adding another possibility that, apart from will, you can say.
And I'm telling you that possibility is not happening.
Chalo, fair enough. But it doesn't matter to me whether it happens or not. As long as I get my reading right, that is the most important part to me. How it ends is no concern to me. I just want to know if I'm reading the candlesticks right. Apparently, you need something called order flow and Sierra charts to actually execute what I'm doing. I'm too broke for this, bro. Let's enter. Shit, bad entry. Out of all the entry I could have taken, it was the most August. I think I should loosen up my stop loss. I will just stop loading. Is this even gonna happen? I don't know. Pre-payment, pre-market support. I think I should have entered the smaller size. I think that refined my entry to become a little bit better. Average fill price 108.92. Fair enough. 109. So I basically entered now, then I'm entering too low. Let's focus on whether it actually goes up. I'm getting profit, I'll try to enter again. I should have traded on capital. I did not want to exit the stock here. I just wanted to get I just wanted to try again and get better entry again. So I think that might not be happening. I only made money off quick scalps. This was not very good today. I'm gonna try entering again. I want to enter a long. Long holds meaning. Okay, Matt. Let's review. Why do you think that institutional buyers want to get in at 108.51? They do because that is what They can even sell a lot of their stocks because as you can see there's more buying this year. Selling is getting absorbed here more than the buying. Somebody's gonna buy. I don't know who that is. The one thing that got absorbed was the selling here. I don't know. I'm shorting the stock here. Can be a passive buyer. Or it can also be that the stock is faded. Do anything. Interest. Okay. Price came down. Could have entered there. The EMA here might come and push the price. I should have entered when the price fell here at 100.85. That's good price. Could have put my SL like 30 cents lower there. Now it's not possible. That time it was. What is the price action telling? There was passive buying going on here. They are just not gonna, you know. Is the selling due to pressure or is it like long spike but low volume? Long spike but low volume. I think these wicks are due to exhaustion and not pressure. And also important. Yes, the volume is slightly higher than here. Both are in the same range. Even less volume, surprise. NVDA performed better than SPX. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla rose. Yeah, Tesla did what I thought it would do better. There is some level of buying going on even in Tesla. What's this? Okay. Enter. Apply as in here. Yeah, this is good entry. I'm gonna get stopped out right now. The EMA is gonna push it lower. But if this price doesn't hold, should I put a super tight stop loss? What happens if I put a tight stop loss? No, but if you think the EMA is gonna give a push and push the price down, I think that is the price where you should enter. But if they truly are passive, then I don't mind letting the stock fall a little bit. Right. Should have took a partial out there. Should have averaged out. Should I add a bit more size? How confident are you that you are correct, man? And this price is gonna hold against the EMA. How confident are you about that? let's if I see volume here, I think which I have seen, that would surely give me confidence. I want to see some kind of volume spike. I want to see volume in the next moment. There is the volume I wanted to see by. Now we let it ride, I guess. Now we do absolutely nothing. We wait for it to go back to that price. We wait for it to. Again, the question becomes, if it's passive, do you truly expect them to hold this price, or to expect them to defend this price? It truly is passive. They need liquidity. Stock is giving them liquidity. Here people might not be interested in selling anymore. Here is where people are interested in selling. There, not so much. Like, for example, here the stock has some reason why it should be shorted. Here, you know, if it's going here, maybe people are not going to want to short. There is not much move left. So there's going to be less liquidity. So this does look like a good price to buy. Is one of the reasons why I think